My name is Daniel. I am 24 years old and I work at a small hotel in a quiet town. The hotel is old but beautiful. It has 5 floors, wooden stairs, and big windows. I work at the front desk from 4 p.m. to midnight. I check in guests, answer phone calls, and sometimes walk around the halls if it's too quiet. Everything was normal until one night. A guest asks for room 304. It was Tuesday evening. The air outside was cold and the hotel was almost empty. A man walks in with a black coat and a small bag. "Good evening," I said with a smile. "How can I help you?" "I need a room," he said quietly. His voice was deep. "Room 304." I looked up quickly. "Sorry, sir, room 304 is not available. Maybe room 302. "No," he said. "I need 304, just for one night." I looked at the computer. The room was empty, but we never gave it to guests. It was always locked. I remembered what the manager once told me. Never give room 304 to anyone. If they ask, say it's broken. But now I didn't know what to do. The man was staring at me. Something about him felt strange. I lied. "Sorry, sir. The room is being repaired. It's not safe." He nodded slowly. "I understand," he said. Then he took room 306 instead. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. The next day, I asked the cleaner, Mrs. Linda, about room 304. She looks nervous. "Why do you ask?" she said. "Someone asked for it yesterday." She sighed. "I worked here for 15 years," she said. "No one stays in room 304. The last person who did disappeared." I blinked. "Disappeared?" She nodded. "2 years ago, a woman checked in. She asked for that room too. The next morning, she was gone. No bag, no phone. The bed was made, but her shoes were still by the door. Did they find her?" "No," she whispered. "Never, just like the man before her, and the woman before him." Friday night, I was alone again at the desk. Only 3 rooms were booked: 101, 208, and 306. At 10:47 p.m., I heard a noise from the hallway. It sounded like a door opening on the third floor. I checked the screen. No one was staying in room 304. But still, I felt I needed to look. I took my flashlight and walked slowly up the stairs. The hotel was quiet, too quiet. When I reached the third floor, the hallway lights were flickering. I walked past room 300, 302, and then I stopped. Room 304's door was open, just a little. I didn't touch it. I just stood there, listening. Nothing. I stepped closer and gently pushed the door open. The room was dark, cold. The curtains were closed. I turned on the light. It worked, but the room felt strange, heavy. Everything looked normal. Bed, desk, lamp, mirror. But something was off. Then I saw it. A message written on the mirror in red. "He is still here." I froze. My heart was beating fast. I grabbed my phone to take a photo, but the message was gone. The mirror was clean. I left the room and closed the door. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I went to the basement where we keep old papers. I found the guest book from 2 years ago. Page by page, I looked at the names. Then I found her. Elena V. Room 304, July 15th, 2023. I checked the next page. Her name was crossed out in red ink. There was a note next to it. No checkout, no contacts, missing. I kept reading. Another name. Dr. Alan Moore, room 304, April 2nd, 2023. Same note, no checkout, no contacts, missing. It wasn't just one person. There were 6 names, all stayed in room 304, all missing. I didn't understand. Why did the hotel keep the room open? Why didn't they tell the police? Or did they? That evening, I asked Mr. Rowan, the hotel manager. He was a quiet man, almost 60, always serious. Sir, I said, why is room 304 still here if people disappear from it? He didn't look surprised. He just said, you should not ask questions like that. But it's dangerous. Daniel, he interrupted. We don't talk about that room. Do your job, forget the rest. I left his office angry and confused. At midnight, I was closing the computer when I heard the bell ring. A young woman was standing at the door. She looked wet, like she had been walking in the rain. But there was no rain outside. I need a room, she said. Of course, I said. One moment. She looks around. Can I have room 304? I stared at her. Why that one? She smiled. Someone told me I would find answers there. I didn't know what to say. My hand shook on the keyboard. I'm sorry, it's not. Suddenly, the screen blinked. Room 304 occupied. What? I whispered. No one was checked in. I looked up. She was gone. The next day, I checked the hallway camera. I searched the video for midnight. There I was at the desk. Then the door opened. But no one came in. I saw myself talking, but the space in front of me was empty. I watched the whole thing. I was talking to no one. I remembered her face, her voice, but the camera showed nothing. I needed to know the truth. That night, I told the new guy at the desk that I would stay late. I took the key to room 304. At 11:45 p.m., I unlocked the door and stepped in. The air was cold again. The mirror was clean. The bed looked perfect. I sat down in the chair and waited. Midnight came. Then something happened. The lights flickered. The mirror fogged up. And slowly, words appeared. You should not be here. I stood up fast. Then I heard it. A whisper, not loud, not close. It said my name. Daniel. I ran out. That night, I had a strange dream. I was back in room 304, but everything was old. The wallpaper was torn, the windows were broken, and the man was sitting on the bed crying. I asked, who are you? He looked up. I lived here, he said. I died here. How? He pointed to the mirror. I saw something. I tried to leave, but the room kept me. Then he stood up and said, tell them, end this. I woke up, heart racing, my hands were cold, and there was dust on my shoes. I had cleaned my shoes the day before. I went to the town library and searched for old news. I found a story from 1982. Man found dead in Hotel Haven. Room 304, cause unknown. Hotel says it was an accident. The man's name was Thomas Vale. He lived in the hotel for years after his wife died. The story said he was lonely, depressed. But his brother told the paper. He said the mirror spoke to him. That was the first case. Since then, people who stayed in that room either disappeared or left mad. I couldn't let more people get hurt, so I made a plan. At midnight, I went to room 304 again. This time I brought salt, candles, and a small mirror. I had read online that mirrors can trap spirits or free them. I sat on the floor, closed my eyes, and said, "If someone is here, I am listening. I want to help." The lights went off. I saw a face in the mirror, a man, sad eyes. I whispered, "You're free." The room shook. The air turned warm, and then it stopped. The next day, room 304 felt normal. No cold, no whispers, just silence. I told Mr. Rowan everything. He listened quietly, then said, "Maybe you did it. Maybe not, but no one ever stays in that room again." And we locked the door for good. It's been 6 months. I still work at the hotel. Everything feels normal again. But sometimes, when I walk past the third floor, I think I hear a soft voice calling my name.